Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I'm reaching out to my CNS 150 students. Yes, we are now in the second part of this class. And for those of you who have signed up, kudos to you. You're going to enjoy it. I'm going to give you a lot of information about this class. If you still want to sign up, it's plenty of room. But remember, we got to get the ball rolling. One of the things that's important about this particular class is that this is where you get your first certification if you don't have anything. At the end of this course, you will take a certification test. And if you pass it, you will have your Windows client desktop support certification. And this will allow you to go get a job as an IT technician or a desktop support technician. Hopefully you're thinking about doing it, and if you already have the job, this will give you a level up at the company because you will have credentials. Yes indeed. So kudos to all the individuals that sign up. As of now, we have pretty much a full class, but we still got some room for any stragglers that want to get in. But I love the fact that now I get a chance to work you guys up to getting this certification. And yes, it's free to take it, and you'll be taking it at the end of the course. Now, a quick story. A few individuals took this class, they got the certification, and yes, they used that certification to get employment in the industry. They are now working in the industry. So I am very happy, and I hope you guys do the due diligence and the work to get this completed. So what do we want to talk about today? I want to point out three particular things. One, I want to let you know exactly what I'm expecting you to cover in this course. Two, I want to show you the different things you need to work on because we're working up to this certification. And three, I want to leave you with the thought of making sure that you practice on a particular test so we can make sure you pass that certification. Those three different things. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with content because I know you already probably read the information on the home page, so you got that down. So I'm going to go ahead and click on content. It's important, let me say that again, it's important that you come to your syllabus and then take a look at the syllabi. The syllabi is the key to this whole course here. So make sure when you're reading through your syllabi that you are in the right class. There you go. We're working for this certification. Right here, we're going to get this. It's called Test Out Client Pro. That will be your first certification in preparation to get you prepared to go take these two here. And if you do all three of them, this is three separate certifications. You are definitely in the know, and you will definitely be employable. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay, so now with that being said, I need you to pay attention to this, the discussion questions. Some people was lacking in the first course on the discussion questions, but now it's worth 20%. You miss your discussion questions, you will receive a 0. In the first class, I was able to let people slide by just completing the work and so on and so forth. But in this class, because we're working up towards a certification, if you miss something and don't do it in an appropriate time, you will not receive a grade for it. Trust me, you will get a 0. So please, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay on course. We got 8 weeks, people, and I need you to be on course. Now, I made it pretty much easy for you because in the first 2 weeks, you will be working on Chapter 9. Make sure you get your work done in Chapter 9. So at the end of the second week, whatever's not done for these 2 weeks here, if you don't have it completed, hey, I'm going to give you the grade you have in there. The same thing will happen for week 3 and 4. Make sure you stay the course. We're going to be dealing with Chapter 10. These 3 chapters are very important, 9, 10, and 11. And the last 2 not the last two, but chapter 11, you will notice that we're doing the same thing in 5 and 6. We'll be covering chapter 11 for those 2 weeks. But when we get to the end, of course, with week 7 and week 8, you're just going to be for week 7 covering chapter 12 and week 8 covering chapter 13. People, make sure you stay on point, because what's embedded in here is 1, discussion questions, all practice questions, all labs, but most important is this here. This is super important, because this here you're going to practice every week. You have a total of 8 of them, and you're going to practice them every week, getting ready for this final certification. It's important that you stay the course, because we want to make sure that you are on time. And when it comes time to take that certification, of course you will be at home. I will be proctoring the exam. So make sure that you definitely go through this as though it is a passion with love, that you want to stay focused on it. This exam right here, and I know that sounded kind of rude, but hey, that's how I take my study, and I take it serious. Exam A3 Client Pro Certification Practice Exam. We're going to do a total of 8 of them to get you that 20%, but this is preparing you for this final exam, Client Pro Certification. You will get the first certification. Now remember, this course is built off the premise of getting you 3 total certifications. So once you get this one here, Test Out Client Pro, which I just pointed to right here, then you are prepared to go do these 2 certifications. So please sign up and go do them, meaning register and go ahead and do them. Now you got to pay money with that. We're giving you this one absolutely free, but these 2 here, you have to go pay for and do on your own. Sorry, but that's life. Now, if I take you to Test Out website, which I'm going to take you to that, you will notice that on Test Out website, you see that you have a course catalog. Well, so right here, you'll see that I am not playing games. I am preparing you for 3 separate certifications. This first one is absolutely free. You don't have to pay no money for, but these 2 you have to sign up for. And this is the MD 100 and MD 101 through Microsoft. This here is Test Out Client Pro through Test Out. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this certification. Several individuals have taken this course and received that certification. Upon receiving that certification, these individuals actually went out and got a job in the IT industry. So it shows you here what you need to know about this particular certification. So let's talk about it. Now, I just told you individuals who took my class went out and got a job in the IT industry. As one got a job as desktop support, another one got a job as a IT technician. So as you can see right here, it says the Test Out Client Pro Certification Exam measures the ability to perform tests commonly performed by IT professionals who work with the Windows operating system. These tests include installation and monitoring of Windows operating system, managing access for users and groups, managing hardware applications, and working with network printers and security. I can promise you, once you get this, you should be looking for a job in the industry. Now you see right here, it says minimum education required, just a high school diploma or 2-year college degree. Previous experience must not be required for, might not be required for the entry-level position. Here's the positions: application support analyst, help desk specialist. One person got that. Desktop support analyst, support specialist, and IT technician. Here's the amount of money that these individuals making, in between $40,000 to $58,000 a year. So I wanted to provide you with this short video so you can see what you will be working on and how you can go get a job really quick from just finishing this course. People, let's get on top of it. Do not miss anything. Make sure that you take care of this. Now, the rest of the stuff, the discussion questions, I'm going to show you this real quick. I am going to be hyping really serious on these discussion questions because I'm going to be throwing security in there. I'm going to be throwing all type of stuff in there. So my expectation is that you will pay attention to these discussion questions. I'm preparing you for a job in the industry. The rest of these fields are pretty much empty. Assignments are empty. You know where you got to go get your assignments. Quizzes are empty, etc., etc. Now, I made this class. I'm coming back to content. I made this class so you can actually come in here and test out courses and click on a link, and a link will take you to that particular assignment. So I want you to start using this here. I told a student earlier just to go to sign in and test out, but I really want you to come here. If you click on this first link where it says sharing folders, it will teleport you into the proper class that you will be working on. And as you can see, I'm in that class now. I can click right here and it'll take me all the way to the beginning. This first part you already did. You did from 1 all the way to 8. Now we need to complete 9 all the way to 13, and we need to come here and practice people on this practice exam. I'm going to click on that practice exam section, which is A, and this is the one. I want you guys to do this so many times. You will do this at the very minimum 8 times. It's a 2-hour test. It has approximately 16 labs in there. And when they say question, you know I'm a lab person. I believe in lab, lab, lab. And what's my motto? Lab up. So you will do this 16 labs in there. You want to get that 95% to pass, because if you hit that 95% to pass, I know that you will get that 75% to actually get the certification. So you'll click here and go through it. That's how simple this is. I'm expecting you to do A.3 Test Out Client Pro Certification Practice Exam. At the very minimum, you will do 8 of them. If you smart, and I know all of you are some really highly intelligent students, you will do this as many as times as you possibly can. I'm expecting the student that's going to get an A on this, a 95 and up on the certification test, to have been completed this at a minimum of at least 16 times, at the very least. So students, I'm hyping on this. This is important. So I'm going to come back here. The rest of the work, you will go in here and make sure that you read through the material and make sure you cover everything in these sections. These sections are highly important. You already went through the first part, so you don't have to worry about that. Just focus on these sections and focus on this exam. With that being said, coming back over here, you know this is going to be my pet peeve, discussion questions. Let's make sure we knock these discussion questions out. Okay then, this is Professor Systrom.